So the Miami Dolphins came away with the win on the road against the Rams. Pretty ugly game for the Rams. They really came back down to earth a lot. I don't know if they regret not trading Cooper Cup and kind of blowing up the team to a certain extent, but it's not looking good for them going forward. That was kind of a must-win game for them. And to lose at home against a team like Miami, I know Tua just got back and it's a completely different team, but still, they were only a 2-win team prior to the end result of the game, so kind of got to take advantage of that. And you're at home, so huge loss for the Rams, but great win for the Dolphins on the road. Tua looks good, man. Tua looks good. So many weapons on that offense. Tyreek, Jalen, Achan, Jonnu Smith, the rookie last night, Malik Washington, looks really good too. Even OBJ, like at this point in his career, he's doing exactly what he should be doing. He should just be a third down wide receiver that catches like two balls a game. I gotta have it play on third down. And that's what he did last night, man. That's all he should do. And he works perfectly for this offense. I know like it's all sunshine and rainbows for the Dolphins right now, and it was a great win, man. It was a great win. It just scary moment. Tua took a knee to the head last night. I don't know. I honestly don't know how he survived that. I don't know how he was not concussed, considering how susceptible he is to concussions. I think that was truly a miracle because we see that all the time. Knees to heads, dudes getting knocked out ASAP. So I think just a miracle that he came out clean last night. I'm still really hesitant to believe in this team, even though they looked really good. You just can't trust Tua's health going forward. And I was just thinking about this last night when I was watching the game. If they just had a reliable quarterback on this offense, this would be a crazy team because that defense looked really good last night, and that defense has been quietly been pretty decent this year. They really got to Matt Stafford a lot. They swarmed him, and the defense looks pretty competent. If they just had a quarterback to really be in there for the entirety of a regular season, this would be a very legit team. Like, I wanted them to draft Michael Penix. Unfortunately, he didn't get that far in the draft, but even if you had a guy like Joe Flacco as your backup quarterback, and granted, Joe Flacco hasn't looked great this year, but still, Joe Flacco, a strong arm guy, how do you overthrow Tyreek, Jalen Waddle right there? There's just so many weapons, and the ground game too, man. I really want them to get a good quarterback on this offense. And I know Tua is a good quarterback. It's just you can't trust a guy that could go down at the drop of a hat, man. But regardless, they're a fun team to watch, fun offense to watch, and that's why it's so frustrating. But we'll see what happens. We'll see if Tua stays healthy. So my question is, can the Dolphins actually salvage this year and potentially make a push to the playoffs as a 7th seed? As of right now, the Dolphins are 3-6, 2 games back from the Broncos. The Bengals and the Colts are ahead of them with 4-6 records. And you know what, man? Since Tua has come back, the Dolphins have played really well. They barely lost against the Cardinals at home, lost by 1 point. Really, they should have won that game. And then they almost beat the Bills on the road, which was really surprising, especially since earlier in the year, Buffalo completely dismantled them. So that was also a good loss, in my opinion. And then they had a great win last night. So like I said, since Tua has come back, this team has played a lot better, and I know he's the heart and the soul of that team. He's the engine of that team. But so when he's back there, that defense automatically steps up because let's be honest, when your starting quarterback is Skylar Thompson or Snoop Huntley, it's kind of not motivating to go out there and try to bring it every single down if you're a defender on the Dolphins. It's depressing. It's demoralizing because you know your offense isn't going to do diddly squat. So why would you put everything you got on every single down when you're on the defense? So I feel like that's why we're seeing the defense step up in the past couple of weeks. The Dolphins are in the AFC East, and it's a terrible, terrible division. The Bills have a 5-game lead over everyone else, which is absolutely insane. Just completely ran away with it again. The Dolphins' remaining schedule goes like this. The Raiders at home against the Patriots, and then at Green Bay. So home against the Raiders, that's a win. Home against the Patriots, that's got to be a win. And then at Green Bay, I feel like that's a winnable game. Primetime game should be tough, but a winnable game. So at the end of November, that would take them to 5-6. And then in the month of December, at home against the Jets, at Houston, home against the Niners, at Cleveland, and then they finish off the year against the Jets. So the 2 Jets games, hopefully those are wins. I'm pretty confident that they will be wins. So right there, they're at 7 wins. If they could get to 9 wins somehow, some way, maybe, just maybe, they could sneak in the playoffs. I feel like Cleveland on the road is a great spot for a win. Primetime game. They got to win that game. And then really, they just need to win 1, maybe 2 out of the games of Green Bay, Houston, and San Francisco. It's possible, man. The 49ers haven't looked great. Green Bay and Jordan Love can be kind of iffy. But that Houston game is probably going to be pretty rough. I don't really see them winning that game, but you never know. But San Francisco, Green Bay, I feel like those are winnable games. Dolphins are playing good football right now, man. The only question and the only thing that really matters is, can Tua stay healthy? Can he do it? Can he finish the year? If I had to put money on it, I would say no, just because of what we've seen so far. And just, I feel like last night was almost a foreshadow to a certain extent too. I can't explain it, man. I really don't know how he did not get hurt on that play. But you let me know in the comments if you think Tua is going to survive the year, and do you think it's possible for the Dolphins to at least make a run, a push for the 7th seed in the AFC? Will they actually get there? Probably not, just because the Broncos have to go on a losing streak along with the Bengals. Plus, Tua has to stay healthy. That's just a lot of variables, and I don't know. I think best case scenario is Tua stays healthy. The Miami Dolphins look pretty good throughout the remainder of the year, and, at least going into next year, we can at least feel confident about this team to a certain extent. But for them to make the playoffs, that would be kind of a miraculous run. It's possible. Crazier things have happened. So we'll see, man. Let me know if you think they could do it, or do you think I'm just being too optimistic? Let me know in the comments below. If you made this far, please subscribe. That's all I got for right now. Peace.